I trust this will suffice.
What to pick?
What is it? Fancy a bit of info. Amazing. What is it?
What now?
What is it?
All right, then. Let's go.
Closure A, oh closure. I love it. Aha.
What now?
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Ah, just you. Now then. But...
Listen.
Ah. Hopeless. It's over. In those days, it's a living hell.
Really?
Just a fantasy.
Sure.
Yes. Listen. Don't ever forget that. Therefore, no pain can stop me now. Even then. You there.
That's...
I'm off.
It would seem the disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This...
Ladies and gents, lend me your ear. Sanctifex Forden, the giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious the Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of...
So it really...
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the... This is a historic moment, good citizens.
Anyone?
Even me, if, and this is a big if, you are the...
Maybe you could be king yourself?
Me? In charge? Well, first, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against...
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries.
So, literally anyone could...
Hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now, go forth, whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within...
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent, and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for his eminent... Had they rushed a coronation for them, it would...
I can tell from your face, there's...
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand...
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break...
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We...
Everyone, have you seen...
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't... She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? When I think of what might happen...
If she left her room on her...
Let's go search for her.
Where?
You're kidding.
All right, then.
Whatever.
Hey!
All right, then.
Ridiculous. Oh, I'm in it now. What's it now?
This place.
Oh, I'm in it now. This is all right.
Hey, mister!
I'm in it.
Hey, listen! Sorry. Hey! You sound like a damn
I'm out of ideas.
I'm stinking deep.
What should I do?
What's going on?
Are you having a laugh?
It's quite...
This is all right.
What in tarnation's going on?
This is all right. Now, how did I wind up here?
Hello there.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And one time he came here to get me. I remember, but I pray.
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know... Papa... It's... the loneliest it's ever been. But if it gets any lonelier...
I'm sorry.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's...
Listen to me, all right? Your father, we were with him, but...
I remember Papa saying something. He said, a really bad man might be our king.
It'll work out somehow.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe think...
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever...
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a
Even so, we have...
Maria, you're safe!
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things...
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon his...
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it.
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and
We cannot lose faith yet.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from... I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims.
Sorry, did I wait? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? That book... is that... Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we finally some room to... Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a king, and this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all in. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective, or besides, Does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege, a problem with no easy, lofty words. Still, I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could sleep. Wait, how long have you?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you, and we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair... Official word is, this event's open to all.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius's...
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must...
You mean to suggest... Luis?
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a...
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse...
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not...
That reminds me. A crier for the...
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about, but saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember?
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim.
Even if we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk.
We'll make Luis come to us.
How would we accomplish that? We're but
Let's enter this tournament.
Huh? Hey, besides, the prince?
Wait. It sounds... This could be just the excuse we need to get close. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to...
You're going to make him a king?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done.
I see. An undercover operation is...
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention...
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
No point fighting.
Your courage is at...
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help a...
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life, but...
Good heavens. Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes.
Huh. Familiar what? I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition.
What's the...
It's a big, grand race to see who...
So you're going to try and become... king? Wow! Then
You have your vet?
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a...
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You be a good king.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for...
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet run.
A carriage might save our chances. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. There should be...
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Hey? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm asking the questions here.
Did I just hear you?
Don't make him mad.
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you...
Could you just do your job, please? Can he...
Ah. Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the Northern Fort? What? We got a...
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the...
Could swear I've seen you before. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser... And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, you're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive...
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle.
Looks like everyone else had the same...
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
Hang on. You lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster...
How about requests on anything aside from monsters?
I suppose I...
Let's see... Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa! You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear... what it is that...
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head.
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning.
Stuck-up little...
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminals.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain.
As long as you can convince...
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heis? You three must be heaven sent. Please. Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain from Atira, a town to the south. The bounty...
A guard captain? This fellow's made some...
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heismay has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant, we've no idea how he manages to operate out there with...
I see.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many... A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man.
Ah, thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now.
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some... Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to... Go on.
I guess...
I'll convince Hulkenberg.
Look at that.
Oi, oi!
No, thank you.
Hey!
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
No registration issues?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that.
Well, how best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer.
You don't...
No, I'm certain.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having an...
You needn't speak so. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in act.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's rest.
Well met, eh?
Hey! Yeah.
Hello.
Don't push yourself too much.
Now then.
Good night. Can I come in?
You can't sleep?
No. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too. Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. The next time I see you again.
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa.
Captain, may I...
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to... Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to... But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only... So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious. Ah, you needn't worry. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists object, yet I wonder... How could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader... In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced. In this way, it is the people, quite the opposite of our own country. Now, had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do... Oh, I suppose. 'Tis not so bad to dream now. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps my dearest dream... 'tis to save His Highness. My dear, even at...
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Juna! Lady Juna!
Faraway sky, blue and clear, echo my way.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And, if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Don't you behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them!
It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What now? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You dolt! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Wow!
Oh.
Spectacular!
This is amazing! I don't know a thing. I can hardly believe she's...
You're telling me, lad! Feels like ages since I've been out.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have...
Money? What I want is a little
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Fast enough to make you etch your waders, eh? I know. She's the quickest I've ever... Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different...
Hey, Hulkenberg!
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite... everything.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit... Neurus? Even amidst all this commotion and...
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then.
No new commissions. No time for them.
It is not the new one I require. Before... Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie on...
Pish and tosh, woman.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking... 'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it!
You've been acting strange.
Whoa!
Good God. Is this the very craft commissioned for his... Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. However, for a craft meant for the royal family, 'tis rather... Did you... really? You...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exact. A masterpiece like her? Collect... I'm... working...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this... made...
Mercy, please! Look!
Look, this... Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud...
'Tis no...
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been... And now you want a... That's it?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle...
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he...
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck...
I think.
How
all I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off.
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
Better than no...
Besides, lad, you're...
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to...
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is nefarious...
A criminal?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight to...
But to deliberately violate the rule... Then again... 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust... The bounty's Heismate, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis... Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambition. Our fate rests in this plan.
Thank you.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever... After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh, no. It's a death. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the
He's certainly an eccentric.
Oh, yeah?
What now? What now?